And now, please welcome the host of Operator Stadium, Rutledge Wood.
Oh, what an intro, and I'm wearing the same shirt. You get lucky sometimes, folks. Good morning and welcome to Operator Stadium. I'm Rutledge Wood. I am so glad you're here with us. Some of you know me from NASCAR, covering that for NBC, maybe from Top Gear USA. Maybe you've watched our show, The Floor is Lava, and had a little fun with your fam. No matter what it is, you know that I love having fun with my friends, and so I've always had this incredible interest in cars, working on them, restoring them, really anything I can do to get behind the wheel of anything fun. And really that is what spurred my interest, because I've always been a big Caterpillar fan. Ever since I hosted this in CONEXPO in 2020, people really got to see how much I love getting to be around these big machines, getting to have some fun in the dirt. So it's so exciting to be back here with you. I've loved learning more about CAT products, the people behind the products. And I've spent this week asking questions, diving into the details about these machines as our talented operators start building. We're going to be covering a lot of cool stuff today, so make sure you use the hashtag CatConExpo when you post anything online, and trust me, you're definitely going to be taking pictures today. But before we get into the demos, I want to review a few safety messages. As always, safety is our top priority. Look at the information on the big screens and make note of these safety precautions. If you need ear protection, there are dispensers in each of the grandstands. Most importantly, please do not lean on or climb over the stadium barriers. If at any point during the demo you have any safety concerns, please reach out to one of the Caterpillar representatives in the black and gray shirts and yellow hats, or any security personnel. But you are not here to listen to me talk. We are here to see some action.
The stage is set. The crowd's on their feet. Are you ready for the main event? On the job, in the shop, and across your business. Whether you run a single machine or a fleet of hundreds, the next era of CAT quality is ready to roll. To help you win the bids, lower your costs, and grow your bottom line. With more innovations, more choices, and more solutions. Now, are you ready to see our products in action? Let's do the work.
Let's hear some noise for Caterpillar. That video got me ready to go. Who's ready to dive in with us? There we go, all right. To tell you more about Caterpillar and what's happening on today, I want to introduce my friend Chad Cremines. For those of you who don't know who he is, Chad is the Edwards Demonstration Center Manager for CAT and runs many of the company's educational initiatives like these demos. He's going to explain what's happening in the dirt and share details about the latest and greatest tech we're seeing in action. Good morning, Chad.
Morning, Rudd. How you doing this morning, buddy?
Oh, I couldn't be better, man. So glad to be back here with you.
Isn't it nice to see that beautiful sunshine out here instead of that rain we had yesterday? It's going to be a great day. What a beautiful thing to start off with. Speaking of starting off, we've got our guys out there. I know they're getting ready, and I'm excited. You mentioned the Edwards Demonstration and Learning Center, but I want to bring up one more quick tidbit. We've also got folks here from the Tanaha Hills Demonstration and Learning Center. So 6 of our operators out there, 2 are from Tanaha, 4 are from Edwards, and we've crafted up a beautiful show for everybody today, buddy.
Well, this is great. We're in good hands today, folks. Chad, what's up first?
Well, I tell you what, again, this is our technology demo. So We're going to talk to the guys. I'm going to lean on them. They're the experts, if you will. So I'm going to lean on them real quick. Mr. Hood, I see you folks are out there. Looks like you're going through your safety stand-up, I assume?
Yeah, Chad, this isn't something we do every day up in front of all these fine folks. And again, we appreciate you guys coming out here. This is pretty cool, but definitely have to bring our A game today, keep our head on a swivel, and watch each other's backs out here today, Chad.
I appreciate that, my friend. I really do. So you know, I pulled up this morning in the Ford Ranger, got my plans out over the hood of the truck, covered up almost the whole hood because it's a real small truck. Anywho, it looks like you guys got some serious work to do today. The design looks very integral, a lot of elevation changes. So I'm assuming you're going to need me to help you lay it out. I got some stakes. I got my my little sledge, my plumb bob.
That's all right, Chad.
No, it's right in the back.
Let me save you some back work. We don't need that stuff. That stuff is handy when we need it, but Alex has been working on a pretty intricate design, a lot of grade and elevation changes, and it'd probably take us all day to stake that dude out. So I don't think these fine folks want to see that. Maybe they do. I don't know. But that's kind of the benefit of having these integrated machines with all the technology. We've got 3D on these machines. We have all that information in the cab, real time, right at our fingertips, Chad.
All right. Well, I'm kind of intrigued. Alex, help me understand. What do you got going on then?
Yeah, Chad, I'd love to. So what we did was, before any of this stuff was here, before any of these buildings were here, machines were here, we actually surveyed this entire site. We took our drone, we flew this site, and that gave us our original elevations, right? So then we sat down as a team. We knew what our objective was. We're going to build something cool to show off this technology, right? CAT technology. We got everybody's input. We came up with a really cool design, and that actually gave us our quantities, right? So then we got a hold of our supplier. We hauled in the amount of dirt, exactly what we needed, actually. And then the really cool thing about CAT technology is using Vision Link productivity, which we're launching here at CONEXPO 2023. With one click of a button on my computer, I can send that design to all these machines out here. I don't even have to leave my comfy office. I don't have to turn my air conditioning off. I click one mouse button on my computer, and every single one of these machines gets that design.
Well, that sounds really amazing. So where I come from, small town, 900 people, we do have a gas station. But what about a contractor in my neck of the woods? You know, they may not have the ability to fly a drone over their job site, kind of survey it, and then let alone have a third-party entity that can put it into a design that we can use in the machines. What's a guy like that going to do?
Well, you know what? That's a really good question, and I think a lot of our contractors ask themselves the same thing all the time. How can I use this technology even though I'm not a monster contractor, right? The cool thing about CAT technology, specifically CAT grade, is we have what's called in-field design. So we can literally roll up on a job site with our excavator, our motor grader, our dozer, even a compact track loader, and we can build designs right from the seat of the machine. So if I need a flat pad, I can do that. If I need a simple slope, I can do that also. Even if I need a complex road section, I can do that without even leaving the seat of the machine. So whether you have one machine, 100 machines, it doesn't matter. You can use that CAT technology to help your bottom line.
That's awesome. So it's technology built for any size operation. I like that a lot. Rut, what do you think about all that? Does that sound fun to you?
It sounds awesome. I just am wondering who left that site such a mess. Was that a third shift, Hood? Who did that?
Yeah, third shift kind of left us a mess out here. That's who we like to blame stuff on.
Yeah, I think so. I think they were at Brooklyn Bowl real late last night. I understand it, Chad. I want to know, Chad, what kind of technologies are we going to see today?
I tell you, it's more like what art we going to see, my friend. So these guys, they're going to highlight a lot of good stuff. CAT grade, CAT payload, CAT assist. We even got some telematics with the Vision Link, and then you heard Alex talk about Vision Link productivity. It's kind of pretty awesome stuff all around. But let's take a look real quick at the three-dimensional design that Alex was talking about. Let's take a gander at that. Obviously, we see what we've got to start with. Here's how it's going to end up. So all of these machines are literally reading off that exact design, so the operators know where they need to be and the machines know where they need to be. It's a good situation, my friend.
That's incredible. So to kick us all off, you know, Alex, he's out there front and center in the 317. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I'd love to, Rut. So cool thing about this 317 is it's just like every other one of our next-gen excavators, right? It's packed full of factory integrated technology. They come standard with a bunch of technology. But the cool thing is we just introduced last year is payload for grapples. So A lot of people understand that this machine has the capability to weigh a bucket full of dirt, right? But what about a demolition contractor that needs to load material into a dumpster or into a truck or something like that? They need that technology too, right? So we introduced payload for grapples, so that allows those customers to weigh with this sorting grapple that I'm using here. So that's a huge deal for those type of customers, right?
That's so cool. Thanks for walking us through that. Now, I see the 420XE was in dual mode as you're crossing that trench out there. Will, what's happening over there, buddy?
So I gotta grab some of this pipe, and neat thing with this backhoe, I got seat mount controls. So yeah, but you got dual mode, and I can go across. I never turn around, so I'm running the attachment from the opposite side. So as you see, I just push on over.
That's pretty awesome. I tell you what, Rudd, our friends down in North Carolina, BCP, Building Construction Products, they've been making backhoes forever and a day, and they do a great job, obviously. And they're also implementing crazy new features like the dual mode that Will just showed and talked about. They've got a new LCD display, touchscreen inside there. Excellent, comfortable ride for the operators. And again, that power shift transmission, tried and true, my friend.
That is impressive. So, Chad, what can you tell me about the 982 XE loader?
Yeah, the 982, it's been an absolute game changer for us, but I'm going to lean on my good friend Root Ball in there. So, Mr. Curtis Nixon, tell me about that 982, buddy.
Yeah, Chad, how you doing today?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm perfect. Hey, so I want to talk a little bit about the transmission. It's got a CVT transmission. Lets me have 30 virtual gears in here. So depending on what I'm doing around the job site, I can set, these gears up to where, I'm comfortable. I'm getting the max amount of production. And it just simply helps out with fuel efficiency, all that. It's a good transmission. The other things I want to kind of talk to you about, some of the assist features. We have auto set tires. So when I go into this pile, when I penetrate the pile, it's gonna pick up the bucket and it's gonna put down pressure on these front tires. When the down pressure on the front tires, it reduces that tire spin, so it's gonna reduce tire wear. And it's also gonna help me out with production because it's gonna allow me to get into the pile a little deeper and help me out getting that full bucket load.
That's awesome. You know what, Rutt? Our next gen wheel loader group, they've done an amazing job. In the medium wheel loader group alone, they know that our customers need a lot of choice, or have a lot of options, and we want to give them the choices that they need. So in the medium wheel loader group alone, you've got the ability to buy a GC model. So let's say you're looking at a certain size wheel loader, you can get it in the GC, kind of the standard model, easy to operate, easy to own type situation. Or you can get the traditional sales model, if you will, and we would refer to that as our performance machine. Or you can get this guy here, the XE, and it is the premium creme de la creme when it comes to wheel loaders.
I mean, what all exactly is included in a premium?
Well, yeah, again, just about everything. Rootball was talking about all those smart technologies. He hit them up real good. It's also got payload. Rootball, did you hit on the payload pretty good?
I didn't. So payload comes standard on these. And then you have the option of advanced payload. With advanced payload, it's going to give you that auto tip-off assist. So auto tip-off assist, when I get to my last bucket, I can hit the auto tip-off assist and it's going to give me that accurate weight. So I'm not sending a truck down the road out of the job site with not a lot of material in it, light, and it's not sending these trucks back once they go across the scale. It's not sending these trucks back to me that they're overweight.
Absolutely. Right, you know, the nice thing about it is you can even get this 730 with payload. And
that's huge.
It's huge. It really is.
Because it really seems like payload is helping everybody, but how exactly does payload help customers?
Well, Rootball hit it absolutely perfect. You're not adding additional wear and tear to the truck by overloading it. So think about this. If that truck gets loaded 100 times a day and he's overloaded 10, 20, 30% every single load, then over the life of that truck, it's going to add a lot of additional wear and tear. Or maybe you've got an on-highway truck. He's got to get out on the road. He doesn't need a visit from his local police officer saying you're overweight. Also, you want to make sure you're hitting your production goals. So obviously you need to hit the appropriate payload. It's a game changer for our customers. It works out really well. And the nice thing about it is it's all an integrated system. And honestly, speaking of integrated, I'd be remiss if I didn't bring this up as well. All of these machines, they're only as good as the weakest link on the machine. And that's why we've got CAT genuine parts, because if you throw a third-party part on there, you've got a weak link. CAT genuine parts, they've got the highest level of reliability and durability, and they're built to the same standards as these products are, right?
That is so cool. Steve, Wyoming's finest, you're over there in the 730. It's got some pretty special new enhancements. Tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, you're darn right. These machines are way better than normal. The cab's inferior with this machine. It's also got CAT detect in here now. It's got assisted hoist, and it's got stability assist. With that stability assist, lets the operator go across all kinds of terrains, and if it's unstable, this machine will let the operator know by an audible alarm and a warning, let you know that it might be tippy. So the operator will know better than not to tip on something like that. And then the assisted lift. These guys lift this stuff all the time, 8 hours, 10 hours a day. They're using the same motions over and over again. Now at the flick of a switch, it sets the load brake on it, gives it the RPMs it needs, and raises the bed by itself. So it's easier for the operator.
Amazing. What else does the 730 have, Chad?
I tell you what, it's got a ton of stuff. You know, we talked about safety. There's no such thing as too much safety. And a lot of the options that Mr. Pope was just talking about right there, it's to help reduce operator fatigue. So speaking of reducing operator fatigue, we've got our friend up there. You remember Brian Kane up in that 335, John?
You know I do.
Well, I tell you what, Brian's got that machine singing up there as always. Brian, walk us through some of the next-gen excavator advancements that we've got that 335.
Yeah, Chad. I'd like to mention a little bit about the payload. We have that on the wheel loaders, just as you all mentioned. Same thing, 3 standard features on these next-gen excavators. We have payload, we have assist, and then mainly we have 2D grade, depth, and slope. So with all these assist features that are on this machine, it really comes in handy. My background's a little bit of basement digging prior to Caterpillar, so having all these assist features and then the technology on top of that, with the click of a button, I'm able to kind of see what I want to see on the monitor. So a little bit into 2D and 3D. I mentioned 2D on this machine. 2D is just kind of only as smart as maybe the operator makes it or puts it into that 2D system. So we can use lasers, touch points, things like that, and then we go all to the 3D, the CAT grade, like Alex talked a little bit about. It really connects all of these machines on this job site to see exactly where cuts and fills need to go.
Yeah, you know what, Rut, the best part about all those things that Brian just talked about, they come standard on that next-gen excavator. It's a really great situation. One of my favorite parts about that particular machine, though, being a compact radius, but it's a big compact radius. Actually, it's the largest compact radius machine that Caterpillar makes, sitting there about 80,000 pounds. It's on the same basic undercarriage as the 340, which is actually a larger machine, which gives it a lot more lifting capability, a lot of stability, gives our customers the opportunity to work in a large job site or a small job site, and that 335 is going to get it done for them.
You know, Chad, I've been to almost every major racetrack in the U.S., and you know they take up a ton of real estate. How exactly are those large projects accomplished? I mean, how do you move that much material?
Yeah, I know, that's a great question, and it's a challenge that our customers have been facing for years and years, to be quite honest with you. So CAT does a great job with our load and haul product lineup. So, you've got a 982 loading the 730 right now, but maybe that's not the best situation on like a racetrack like you're talking. Maybe what we need is a set of wheel tractor scrapers. And Caterpillar's been building wheel tractor scrapers, well, actually since 1948 at CONEXPO. We launched, which was 75 years ago, we launched the DW21 wheel tractor scraper. And oddly enough, last year in 2022, we launched the 651 wheel tractor scraper. We relaunched it, I should say. And it is a beast of a machine. That thing moves down the haul road at a high rate of speed, hauling a lot of material. But the best thing is, it's a behemoth and it moves fast, and it is actually very, very intelligent. It has sequence assist, load assist, cat payload, cat grade. It has all the intelligence that these machines you're seeing here today have, and yet moves a lot of material down the road.
So cool. I see the dozer working away out there. John, a lot of people got to see you work your magic out here in 2020. I'm so glad you're back with us. Can you help me better understand how cat grade works?
Yeah, absolutely, brother. So cat grade, this is our 3D integrated machine. So from the factory, it has all the sensors, all the components you need. Run 3D technology, and also what we have is 2D. So when we're talking about slope assist, that's going to be in our 2D world, right? Slope assist just doesn't really know elevations, but it enables the operator to maintain or enables the operator to help maintain simple slopes with the blade. So taking the guesswork out of the slope. It's pretty hard to sit here and run a 2% slope, but if you have one of those tools kind of in your toolbox to help the operator do that, that's kind of the 2D slope assist world. But when we get into 3D again, we know elevation, we know exactly where we're at in our machine at all times. And now they have these new nice 10-inch displays out here, very easy to see, it's all touchscreen. But that 3D technology, again, working with it right now, helping me stay on design, and there's a lot more features that come out with this 3D technology all the time. One of my favorite ones that they just came out with is steer assist. So what steer assist enables me to do is select any plan line on my design, and whenever I engage my autos for steer assist, the machine will actually steer itself and follow that line. So whether I'm cutting back a curve or whether I'm just trying to map out plan lines for other machines that don't have grade technology on them to follow, again, it takes the guesswork out of it. It makes it a lot easier for the operator in the cab.
Man, that's so cool, John, because it's not only saving wear and tear on you, it's also saving wear and tear on the machine. Now, Chad, knowing that the D6 XE is an electric drive dozer, it's really cool to hear how CAT's creating fuel efficient machines. Can you tell me more about some of these innovations?
Yeah, for sure, man. Innovations is a perfect word. We've been doing that a long time, just like we talked about the wheel tractor scraper. The track type tractor, it's the longest running machine that CAT has in regards to production. We've been building a track type tractor for 98 years now, and the first innovation we came out with was that common rail fuel design. It kind of put us on the map when the diesel engine came in, and this electric high drive is doing the same thing again. It's not that we weren't on the map already, but it's definitely putting its footprint even larger. That electric drive machine, it gives you 35% more fuel efficiency, and it reduces your maintenance costs by up to 12%. We totally get it. Sustainability is where it's at, and CAT's definitely leading the edge there for sure. And in fact, we've got the ability, all of our customers have the ability, is what I should say, to add HVO, hydro-treated vegetable oil. So if you're in a situation where you need to run that type of oil or fuel, you can simply drop it in. It works out great. We're giving our customers all the options they need in regards to fuel efficiency and sustainability.
That's so cool. So exactly how do you monitor your fuel burn from afar?
Yeah, no, that's a good question too. So we've got every single product you see today, and every single product that we sell today comes standard with VisionLink. And what VisionLink is basically it gives you the opportunity to monitor the health of your machine. And you also mentioned fuel. You can understand how much fuel burn you've got depending on where you're at on the job site. So for example, if you go to the Caterpillar Performance Handbook, right, it has all of these machines, and it gives you kind of average fuel burn in different workloads, so to speak. Well, as a customer, you need to know that as well. If you bid a job and you think, okay, I'm gonna move this much material and it's gonna cost me this much, but maybe you're wrong, or maybe you're spot on. With VisionLink, you can actually help determine, is my cost structure actually proper? It's a great situation.
That's way cool. I love how VisionLink allows you to monitor your fuel remotely. Cat Command lets you monitor your machine remotely. Tell me about that, Alex.
Yeah, Rudd, I'd love to. So Cat Command is a really, really cool technology. Just like you said, it helps you run your machine remotely. And what that's for really is for those situations where When you have a job that you need to get done, but it's too dangerous to put an operator in that position, that's when Cat Command really steps in and can kind of help you get that done. So you can visit our technology hub over there, and you can run a machine in Tucson. You can run a machine in Clayton, North Carolina. So if you have a system where you maybe need to run a machine for only a few hours a day, and you don't want to have an operator sitting there all day, and you have multiple sites, Cat Command can help with that too. So that operator can switch between any different machine he wants to within a matter of seconds. So if you have multiple sites across the country, you can have one command station, and that operator can run those machines basically from anywhere. So it's a really, really neat technology, Rut.
That's so cool.
Right, we've been doing that a long time too. So, you know, Alex is talking about it, and people are hearing it, and they're probably thinking, wow, that's a new technology. And it is a new technology, but we've been doing it for a very long time. And actually, CAT has a very rich history when it comes to autonomy and automation. We've got over 560 trucks out there autonomously hauling material as we speak. And actually, over the years, they've hauled over 116 million miles, and in that, 5.6 billion tons with not one incident. So it's a great situation for us and our customers. It's nice and safe and extremely productive.
That is so cool. And just like Alex said, you can go over to the technology center and remotely operate those machines. So cool. Now, I see we got the 160 motor grader out there. Curtis, tell me a little bit about that one.
Yeah, Rut. So a couple of good features on this one. You've got auto articulation. When you enable auto articulation, your front tires, whenever you steer your front tires, your back tires are going to follow. So the articulation is going to follow that command that you give it on the steer tires. The other one that kind of cool is the E-fence. Whenever you enable an E-fence on the grader, it limits the blade angle to come into contact with those front and back tires. And then it also limits the ability for the operator to put that, pick up the moldboard, the DCM, and put it into the bottom of the link bar. So two of the good features on this one.
Yeah, another thing about that, Rudd, you know, when we launched the 3D system for the motor grader, it had a mast on either side of the moldboard. Obviously, we've gotten rid of that. We've now got the mastless system. Rootball, help us understand the whole 3D package on that motor grader.
Well, so everybody was talking about, you've talked about Vision Link, right? So my good buddy Alex was talking earlier. He, through Vision Link, he just threw it through a tap of a button, gave me all the lines of this whole job site here. So all I have to do with the mastless system is, if you see on the front and on the back of the cab, I've got two receivers, and the radio is going to be on top of the cab right in front. So it's all working with all the IMUs with the machine, helping me out. All it's just a touch of a button in here with this 3D system, Chad.
Awesome, buddy. That's awesome. Yeah, you can add the design to these machines wirelessly, Rudd. It works out awesome.
Yeah, I know it's interesting, that one being an all-wheel drive. It's funny, you get a guy like Curtis who, you know, lives in Arizona, but he understands how variable these machines can be, and knowing also the fact that these centers where you guys train people from all over the world, what a cool thing it is for them to get to come together and be here for an event like this.
Yeah, it's really great. We're having the time of our life, my friend.
Now, I've seen a lot of machines out here today. If I want to get my hands on one of these, what are my options, Chad?
Well, again, it's all about options and choices. And so in regards to whatever you're looking at within Caterpillar, we've got opportunity to help you out. Cat Finance, for example, if you're looking for a machine, work with your local dealer. They've got the ability to work with Cat Finance, flexible loans. You can actually wrap up a CVA, so customer value agreement, into the purchase of that machine. It works out great. You get the Cat card as well. It's a really good situation. But let's say you need a machine, but only for a little while. Maybe you get a job coming up and you need a 335 or something like that. But you only need it for that job. 1-800-RENT-CAT, and you've got the ability to rent a product for the job site. You don't have to, you know, you're done with it, you ship it back to Cat Rents, move on, rent the next machine. It works out real great. But you also have the ability to do a CAT certified used option when it comes to purchasing. So what CAT certified used is, they take machines oftentimes out of the rental fleet. They select them, they inspect them, and then they're obviously protected. It's a lower cost option to get into a CAT product. It works out really good.
That's so cool. Now, Will, I see you out there on the 299 with that grader blade. What kind of technology are you using? Because your sweet parents are here, and they asked particularly, they wanted to know.
Neat thing, Rut, with this thing, I got the full 3D, and I don't know exactly where I'm at, but with the 3D, it pinpoints me exactly. So I don't have to use the grade stakes or anything. So no more arguing with parents and all that, where we're going. But with this grader blade, I got the wings on it. And as you can see, I can control my material, pull it up, whichever I need to be. So it really makes the cat's meow.
That's awesome. I tell you, the D3 skid steers and compact track loaders, they all have the ability to work with smart technologies. It's a really good situation. So basically, when you plug in a smart attachment like that grader blade on there, the machine recognizes it right away. And then Will, or whoever the operator is, they're able to manipulate that attachment using the same two joysticks that he's already utilizing to run the machine. It's a safer opportunity, and it gives a lot more flexibility in production to that machine.
That is so cool. Now, Alex, I know what you're thinking. Wait, didn't Will's grandfather hire Will's dad to do some dirt work, and then Will's dad fell in love with the farmer's daughter that inspired the song, I Fell in Love with the Farmer's Daughter? Yes, I think it's important that we all know that, and it's just a beautiful story, but it looks like we're almost done. What are you doing on that 317, pal?
Well, Rut, you know what? I'm so glad you said that, because yes, I was thinking that same thing. It's what a coincidence. So what I'm doing on this 317 here is I'm using some technology. I'm also using a pretty cool attachment on this thing. We call this our TRS, or our tilt rotator system. So you can see I can spin the bucket all the way around 360. I can tilt it 40 degrees side to side. I also have a cool little grabber on there if I need to move some stuff out of the way on the job site. But the really, really cool thing about this tilt rotator is it seamlessly integrates into this next generation excavator. So unlike some of the other tilt rotators on the market, you may have a long installation process. You might have to run more wires on the machine. You might have to have a totally different display in the machine. This CAT TRS integrates seamlessly into the next generation excavator. And on top of that, I'm still using technology. So I have the capability to track the rotation and the tilt of that bucket, and I'm working on the exact same plan as everybody else is out here. So even though I have a cool bucket that tilts and spins and rotates, I can still use that technology, and I can still make sure I'm putting my design and my job perfectly on grade, and I don't even have to move the machine around while I do it. So it works out fantastic.
You know, Rudd, I've been with CAT for 21 years, and one of my favorite things about CAT is when they understand there's a need, a customer has a need, they really dive into it. So when it comes to our Caterpillar work tools, it's no different. Just like we talked about CAT Finance, we talked about all these other groups, our Caterpillar Work Tool division does an outstanding job. They work directly with the product group to ensure that the product attaches seamlessly, and it gives our customers a lot more flexibility in regards to what they can do with their machines, doing more with less, and that's what our CAT Work Tool group helps our customers do.
That's so cool. There's a lot to unpack there. I see the CS11 GC packing it in. Brian, tell me some of the technology benefits of the new machine.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about one of the technology, CMV, compaction meter value system. So what that's like, you have an accelerometer on this machine, gives it real live feedback, works best with our smooth drum rollers, and with the vibrator engaged, and then you can see exactly what's below the surface. It gives you a little bit of kind of a reading if you need to keep compacting or not. The other thing I'll mention about this CS11 here is mainly the ease of use. So 3 things we need to know. We want this thing to be very easy to operate. A lot of times you may not have your most experienced person on the job. So having that at your hands, reliability, of course. So having this machine so it's ready to go at all times. And then the other big one is always meeting compaction needs. So those are kind of the big 3 things we'll talk a little bit about on this, and that's about it.
All right, buddy, great job. So, Rutt, we already talked about having dedicated teams to focus on customer needs. We do that as well when it comes to our paving products, friends. I encourage you to go talk to our folks. But this is a dedicated group that does a great job. They provide mills, rollers, pavers, and in fact, we've got a new 3-dimensional screed plate. It's a true market innovation that delivers higher densities and smoother roads. And I don't know about you, but I love a smooth road. Go out to Paving Alley, go talk to the experts. They've got everything you need to know in regards to paving. All I know is the black side's up, Rut, but those guys know all of it.
Absolutely they do, and it's such a cool setup. Go check them out right over there next to technology. Now this is super cool, but how do you pull all of this technology and information together, Chad?
Yeah, no, that's a good question also. So we talked about all the data and all the information that these machines are basically generating. Well, now we've given our customers the ability to utilize that data almost instantaneously to make informed decisions on their job site. And we do that through VisionLink productivity. So we talked about VisionLink. Every machine has VisionLink, and that helps with, machine health. But VisionLink productivity, that's what's really given our customers the leg up, if you will. It allows them to learn how much material they're moving. So again, we talked about the importance of knowing where you're at on the job site. How much are you moving? Are you on target? Are you behind schedule? Whatever the case may be. And you have those data points now to understand, are you moving what you think you're moving? Are you moving more? So on and so forth. All the data these machines are gathering are now available at the fingertips of our customers.
That's so cool, and I love how VisionLink productivity ties it all together, but the CAT dealer network also ties everything together. Tell me a little bit about the dealers and branches.
They've been tying it together for years and years. They really have. So we have over 156 different dealers and over 2,200 physical brick and mortar locations. And all of those folks are dedicated to help our customers make sure they're safe and productive every single day.
That is amazing. Well, I tell you what, Chad, it is incredible how quickly your team and these machines managed to build all of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe we take a gander at the renderings of what it first looked like. So that's how we started the job site off. It looked great. Well, actually it didn't, but the fellas made it look good now. So every single machine is reading the same design as we talked about. So we droned the site, and then Alex built through the software system on his computer. He built the design. We all decided how it should look. We thought, well, let's do something really kind of integral, if you will. A lot of elevation changes, a lot of slopes, and this is what we wound up with. And I would say the gentlemen here have done a great job with that, Rut.
Hey, really have, Chad. And remind me, where did all of these guys that are operating the machines, where did they all come from?
Well, that's a great question. Finding qualified operators is a tough gig, which is why CAT throws so much technology at these machines. They're making it easier for our customers and safer for our customers, which is a great situation. The nice thing about it is we have the ability to hunt down qualified people, and these guys, they're some of the best of the best. Heck, we even have a guy from Wisconsin, for crying out loud. We don't care. We'll take him from anywhere, buddy.
That is for sure, and I know people, when they get a chance to come to Edwards or Tenaya Hills, you guys train people from all over the world. How cool is it for them to get to be here on this stage, to get to represent CAT in this way? What a cool thing.
Yeah, it's literally our Super Bowl, and we're super excited about it. We love being here. We love showing what CAT can do, and I'm so proud of these fellas as well, and it's just a great opportunity to show the world what we do on a regular basis.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it?
It is. One more thing, Rut. Each one of these fellas here, they have a minimum of 10 years experience operating in the field. So we won't even look at a resume until they have a minimum of 10 years. Once they have that, then obviously we've got a very integral process in regards to hiring folks, and even a guy like Brian Kane makes it through.
Come on, look at all these cats. What's so cool too, and I love the fact that two of these guys were here in the audience in 2020, now here putting on a show. Can we give a round of applause to these operators, everybody, putting on such a great demonstration? Chad, what a great thing. Now make sure you check in for the big ticket giveaway for your chance to win a CAT hat. Up next, we've got the Spotlight demo at noon. Stick around for the CAT Trivia Showdown for some fun starting at 11:30. In the meantime, check out our technology, services, and sustainability hubs in Operator Stadium. One more time for all the operators, thank you guys for hanging with us.